Harvest Prep as they played Grove City Christian, and the Warriors wasted no time setting the tone for the game. Here, quarterback Moses Davis keeps the ball and runs it in for the score within the first 2 minutes of the game. Then Nick Tyree Martin runs it in for the 2-point conversion. Then still in the first quarter, Davis passes it to Savon Mitchell, who runs between the players to score, and the Warriors maintain the pressure all night. They go on to win it 46-8. Mike.
You are listening to the Mid-State League Weekly Podcast, covering Harvest Preparatory School athletics. Keep you updated and posted on all things Harvest Prep, and we'll be taking you around the Mid-State League. There you have it, Harvest Prep with another victory, and that was brought to you by Channel 4 with the call on that. So Harvest Prep with another victory, and kudos to the guys for getting it done. Hello guys, my name is Willie Stimmich. Thank you guys for jumping on board. Sorry about the late notice, but we're going to get it in. Today is Sunday, October the 15th, 2017. Hey, give us a hit up. Hit us up on Twitter at MSL Weekly. And, send your tweets. Let me know what you think. Hit us up on Instagram at Willie Stimmich Photography, on Facebook.com/MSL Weekly, or hit me up on the Gmail at info4willie@gmail.com. Send me an email, however you want to do it. Hey, just get it in. Let's get right into it. Harvest Prep 46, Grove City Christian 8. I don't know what this was, but it was a good matchup for some of the second stringers. Even Dan didn't play, and Isaiah didn't play, but they still did what they still did what they had to do to get the victory. Grove City came into this contest 2-6 overall, but it was 1-4 in the conference. And Harvest Prep cruising with a 7-1 overall win and 5-0 in the conference as of right now. Like I said, some of the players, even with all Ohio players such as Dan Bangura and Isaiah Mullen, they took the night off. So Harvest Prep didn't have a problem. They still buried Grove City Christian 46-8 in the Mid-State League Cardinal Division play. They got some help from Nick Tyree Martin. He ran for a whopping 166 yards on 3 touchdowns. I'll tell you what, man, Nick was balling, and good to see. And this thing ain't just about Dan. I keep telling people this is a team effort, man. I mean, all these guys can ball. All these guys come to play, and and kudos to him. And Nick had a great game, man. Guy ran for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he led the Harvest Prep Warriors, who jumped out to a 30-0 first quarter lead. I don't know what happened to Grove City Christian. They got the brakes beat off them tonight. They got to go back to the drawing board and see what happened. But I'll tell you what, this Harvest Prep team is no joke. I mean, and people say, "Oh, we play this person. We gonna play these people in the playoffs. We better get ready for this person and that." Man, I'm telling you, these guys been there before, and these guys ain't playing no games, man. I mean, they know how to win. I mean, I got faith in them. I know they can go. I watch these guys. I've been watching them all year, and Coach Milan got these guys conditioned. He got their minds focused, and they about to make a good playoff run this year. So kudos to the Prep Warriors. Harvest Prep outgained. Listen to this. Anybody listening? Listen to this right here. Harvest Prep outgained Grove City Christian by a total of 533 yards to Grove City Christian's 96 yards. I cannot believe that. The Harvest Prep defense shut those guys down to a whole 96 yards on the night. That is that's mind-boggling. So let me just take you to play-by-play scoring. First up, Moses Davis, 5-yard run. Nick Tyree with a 2-yard conversion, and that was in the first quarter. Then Savon Mitchell with a 20-yard pass from Moses Davis, and Javon Eggert with the 2-yard conversion. And this guy's going to be a beast too, man. I was watching him. He's going to be a beast too. Nick Tyree with another 17-yard run. Moses Davis with a 2-point conversion. It's still in the first quarter. And then Nick Tyree came back again with a 1-yard run. The conversion was no good. We still in the first quarter. And then Nick Tyree came with a 9-yard run. And Janai French with a 2-point conversion in the second quarter. Daquan Owens Johnson with a 24-yard run. Jalen Davis with the two-point conversion. That's in the third quarter. And the long score for Grove City Christian, Noah Whitaker, 64-yard pass from Brett Baker. And the two-point conversion was good. But all in all, the final score, Harvest Prep 46, Grove City Christian 8. Harvest Prep was able to move the ball at will on this Grove City defense. I mean, this is a team effort, man. The whole team. I mean, I was watching some of the starters at halftime. They kind of, was chilling, and then the JV. It's basically the JV Harvest Prep JV was playing the varsity, Grove City Christian varsity. That's how bad it was. And Harvest Prep JV was balling too. So, it was the whole team had a different attitude today. I mean, they had a different swag about them. I mean, they come in ready to play. I mean, so kudos to Harvest Preparatory School for taking care of business. So let me hit you up with some of these stats here. Total yards, like I said, Harvest Prep racked up 533 total yards when Grove City Christian only had 96. Rushing yards, let's see, Grove City Christian rushed it 13 times for a minus 11 yards. Harvest Prep, 47 rushes, 386 yards. Total completions, Grove City Christian was 8 for 22. And I don't know if these are accurate or not, but if we get to the total passing yards, Harvest Prep 147, Grove City Christian 104. Your total passing yards and individual stats here. Let me see. Grove City Christian passing, Brett Baker was 18 attempts for 9 completions, 147 yards, and 1 touchdown. That big 64-yard scamper really put his numbers up there. 1 touchdown. For Harvest Prep, Moses Davis was 11 for 7, 11 attempts, 7 completions, 132 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Now, Moses needed a ball like this every game. 132 yards passing, but most of that come from Savon Mitchell make the big time catches. We'll get to him in a minute. But on the rushing side, Nick Tyree carried the rock 20 times for a whopping 166 yards. He averaged 8.3 yards a rush. He had 3 touchdowns. Kudos to Nick getting the job done. I like it. Receiving, Savon Mitchell 5 receptions, 120 yards, 1 touchdown. I said this earlier. Savon is a big-time playmaker. He can catch the ball in traffic, and he can catch the ball in space. And once he gets in space, he can create his own way to the end zone. I mean, this guy. Once you get him in space, get blockers out front. This guy can create his own thing. He can do his own thing, and he just catches the ball in traffic, which is. So they was playing backstreet one day, and this guy caught the ball between 2 defenders, and he does it on a consistent basis. That's why I say if we can just get the ball to him out in space, or even on the deep ball, he's good on the deep ball too. So kudos to Savon. He's a senior. Nick is a senior. We're gonna miss those guys. Had a great game. So let's look at the defensive side of the ball. Martin Woods, 3 tackles, all his tackles for loss, and 2 of them were sacks. And then you had the freshman got some time to play. Emmanuel Mullins, which is he's the brother of Isaiah. He started defensive end in place of Isaiah, who rested out. So Emmanuel had 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and he had a sack. Zion Ben-Gur had 3 tackles. which brings his total to 46. He had, let's see here, who else is on this sheet here? Michael Dungy, he was a freshman, he played. Nico St. Clair was on he made the defensive stat sheet. Freshman Zion Walker, safety, he had 2 tackles in this game. And there was a whole host of others, which I don't have the information for, but all in all, Harvest Prep came out on top, 46-8 in this contest. So, guys, with that being said, we're going to take a quick break as we're up against the break. When we come back, what other teams in the Mid-State League won? I got some surprises for you. I got some shockers for you. You're going to think, even the teams that was talking, like trash talking to Harvest Prep, how did they pan out this weekend? We'll let you know in about 10 minutes. So with that being said, this is the Mid-State League Weekly. My name is Willie Stemich.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every parent wants their child to study hard and succeed. At HPS, we believe athletics play a vital role in your child's development. Sports at Harvest Preparatory School train students in key qualities such as leadership, commitment, and Christian character. Athletes at HPS consistently have the opportunity to compete at the championship level because our driving force is playing to win.
Here at Harvest Preparatory School, we conduct our athletics at the highest level.
Not only do our students at Harvest Preparatory excel academically, but they have the opportunity to excel athletically as well. Currently, 4 out of 5 students at Harvest Prep in grades 7 through 12 participate in interscholastic athletics. Here at HPS, we are proud members of the Mid-State League and the Ohio High School Athletic Association. If your son or daughter are interested in participating in athletics here at Harvest Preparatory, they will be coached by a world-class coaching staff.
Harvest Prep has incredible athletic facilities and great sports teams.
Our facilities, really second to none. Whether it's volleyball or it's baseball, whether it's basketball or football, your child will be afforded the highest quality athletic program available.
No matter what it is, our kids get to compete with the best in Central Ohio, and the coaches are fantastic in instilling Christian character while in competition.
We're sure you'll agree Harvest Preparatory School is the right option for your child. A Christ-centered curriculum, a safe, nurturing environment, an academic program that is first class.
Okay, guys, we're back. This is the Mid-State League Weekly. My name is Willie Stemmis. Thank you for tuning in. Let's just jump right in it. Hey, hit us up on Twitter at MSL Weekly. Send me an email at infoforwillie@gmail.com. I need to hear your feedback. Well, thank you for listening anyway. Well, let's jump right into this second segment. On the second segment, we're going to take you around the league with some scores and updates. What other teams are doing in the Mid-State League. So here we go. Let's move right along. Bishop Rosecrans took on Burrow Union, the team we beat last week in a first place type matchup game who would decide who would be in first. Sole possession of the Mid-State League Cardinal. And Harvest Prep won that game. They took over sole possession of the Mid-State League Cardinal, and Burrow Union dropped to second. But as of yesterday, Bishop Rosecrans, Saturday, Bishop Rosecrans defeated Burrow Union 41-13. I mean, what happened to the Burrow Union Rockets? I don't know. They still down about the win, the loss they took from us. I don't know what happened. This was like a lopsided game, a real lopsided. 41. That defense gave up 41 points. Something happened. But Rosecrans beat Burn Union 41-13. Hudson Moore, he caught 7 passes for 139 yards, and he scored 3 touchdowns as the Zanesville Rosecrans stormed all over Burn Union to a 28-point halftime lead in a decisive MSL Cardinal victory over Burn Union. Burn Union was limited to 214 yards of total offense. Man, that Rosecrans defense just put the brakes on Burn Union. So, it is what it is. You got to come to play every game. Play-by-play scoring. For the Bishops, Carter Dorsch with a 29-yard run in the first quarter. Then Burn Union, Jacob Ricker with a 1-yard run. And Robbie Bisner with the kick, and it's still in the first quarter. Then for the Bishops, Hudson Moore, 24-yard pass from Andrew Nash in the first quarter. Then Bishops, Carter Dosh with a 7-yard run in the second quarter. Then Hudson Moore with another 15-yard pass from Andrew Nash. Then Hudson Moore came back with a 30-yard pass from Andrew Nash in the second quarter. And then Hudson Moore with a 20-yard interception run for the Bishops in the third quarter. Then to cap it off, Zay Miger with a 22-yard pass from Jacob Ricker in the fourth quarter. But all in all, the Bishops won 41-13. Total yards, Bishop Rosecrans had 314 total yards, and Burn Union only had 214 total yards. Total passes for the night, the Bishops had 157, and the Burn Union could not complete any kind of passes. They was held to 67 total passing yards for the night. For the Bishops, Jack Nash was 17 attempts, 10 completions, 157 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. That was pretty good for the Rosecrans quarterback. And on the rushing, Carter Dosh, 15 attempts, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns on the night. And on the receiving side, Hudson Moore with 7 catches, 139 yards, had 3 touchdowns. He was big time for the Bishops. And on the Burn Union side, Jacob Ricker was 14 attempts, 6 completions, only 67 yards passing, 1 touchdown, and he had 3 picks on the night. That's pretty poor when you're trying to win a game. He had 3 picks. And then Logan Van Gundy, 15 rushes for 78 yards. And on the receiving side, Zane Migrant, 1 reception for 22 yards and 1 touchdown. Moving right along, Worthington Christian, 7, Millersport 0. That was not too much to even talk about in this game here. Michael Harlan with threw a 7-yard touchdown pass from Michael King with 8 minutes remaining in the game as Worthington Christian beat visiting Millersport in the NMSL Cardinal division matchup. Some of the scoring, Michael King's only 1 score. So Michael King with a 7-yard pass from Michael Harsling. Total offense, Millersport 164. Worthington Christian 216. For Millersport, Stephen Berry, 9 attempts for 90 yards on the rush. Worthington Christian in the rushing, Danny Myers, 4 attempts, 334 yards. Michael Hartling, 11 rushes for 34 yards. This is a real weak matchup. 7-0. 7-0 Worthington Christian over Millersport. Moving right along, here's the kicker right here. Fisher Catholic took on Fairfield Christian. That final score, listen, 64-14, Fisher Catholic. Fisher Catholic came to ball. Play-by-play, Logan Lloyd, 15-yard run, first quarter. Caden McCauley, 12-yard run, first quarter. For Fisher Catholic, Logan Lloyd with a 10-yard run, first quarter. Then Logan Lloyd with a 59-yard run, in the second quarter, rather. Then Nick Connor with a 25-yard punt return for the touchdown in the second quarter. Mason Ortiz with a 30-yard pass from Caden Starcher in the second quarter, and Logan Lloyd with a 90-yard interception return. He took it to the house in the second quarter. Connor Swartz with a 30-yard interception run for Fisher Catholic. Then Logan Lloyd with a 40-yard run, and then there was another couple of more scores. A 15-yard pass in the third, and a 30-yard pass in the fourth. So basically, this was all Fisher Catholic. Rushing, Logan Lloyd had 14 attempts, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Carden McCarty had 10 rushes for 110 yards and 1 touchdown. Logan Lloyd had 3 touchdowns, excuse me. And so this sets up a good matchup against Harvest Prep. Harvest Prep will be there this coming Saturday at Fisher Catholic. That should be a barn burner of a battle. Whenever Harvest Prep goes into on the road, they always face a lot of adversity. But they overcome adversity. So So that, with that being said, though, I know these guys are real skilled at what they do. So we're going to take another quick break. We're about to wrap this up, and it's not too much really. I mean, this has been kind of like a real slow type. I mean, that game I seen. I guess it's the game I seen. The game I seen Friday was like, when you have all the JVs and freshmen in there. I mean, it's like it wasn't even a contest, and so it was kind of like, oh well. I mean, that's just the way I felt. After halftime, when you see guys just chilling and you got your JV and freshmen in there, So I'm looking forward to this weekend game against Fisher Catholic. You guys want to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up with some announcements from around the league. This has been the Mid-State League Weekly. My name is Willie Stimmich.
Basketball games from coast to coast over the years as a participant, broadcaster, parent, and fan. And believe me, I've seen my share of unsporting behavior. The purpose of school sports is for kids to have fun, develop their skills, and learn lessons that will last a lifetime. So when you attend a school contest, please keep that in mind. Remember to behave in a way that reflects positively on your child, your school, and your community. Let's respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Ohio students help create the association's program on sporting behavior.
Through the Respect the Game campaign, we are encouraging student athletes, parents, fans, coaches, and officials to do 3 important things.
Speak with courtesy, act with dignity, and play or observe with pride.
Okay, guys, we're back for this last and final segment. Hey, this is the Mid-State League Weekly. My name is Willie Stimmich, so let's get it in. Max Prep has posted an article, and it says, let me read it to you. It says, Max Prep Mr. Ohio football. Max Prep 2017 Ohio Mr. Football watch list. And it says, who will win Mr. Football this year? And the announcement is weeks away, but come November, here's who we think factors in until the final cut. And guess who's on the top of the list? Daniel Bangura, Harvest Preparatory School, Canal Winchester running back. Dan is number 1. Senior running back has picked up where he left off last year, having rushed for 2,451 yards this season on 204 carries, 12-yard average. He averaged 12 yards a carry. He has scored 27 touchdowns and run for 10 two-point conversions, which is a total of 182 points. Last year, he set the single season record for rushing 4,128 yards, rushing touchdowns, and 54 rushing touchdowns, and overall touchdowns 57. Was one of the 7 finalists last year. So Dan's on pace to be Mr. Ohio. I hope this guy wins. It'll be a great accomplishment for the school and for him personally. You got Isaiah Bowers from Sydney coming in second. He's a senior and a Northwestern recruit, has 1,900 yards and 21 touchdowns. Then you had Jay Volenhen from Anderson in Cincinnati. He's a quarterback. You have Ravine Hargrove for Trotwood Madison. He comes in the 4th spot. And you have Joey Ballman of Wadsworth. And then you have KJ Price of London. Now, I like this guy. He's a junior running back, and he's the reason the Big Red are 7-0. Currently, this guy has 1,784 yards on 165 carries, 23 touchdowns. He had 340 yards and 3 touchdowns in the key win over Columbus Academy. And you got to keep an eye on this guy. Then you got Chase Wolf of St. Xavier, Keegan Aldermich of Ashland, and Zane Reese of Barberton rounding up the top 10. And if Dan wins this, he'll be in the category of some whoever wins will be the 31st player. That name will be joined with a long list of Ohio Prep legends. Let me read some of them. Charles Woodson, 1994. Maurice Claret, 2001. Mitch Trubisky, he plays with the Bears right now, 2012. Andy Katzenmoyer, former Ohio State linebacker, 1995. Curtis Enos, 1993. Robert Smith, 1988 to 1989. And then Bobby Hoyen for 1990. Those are some good names. Those are some good names there. I mean, you get your name in one of those lists there, you'll be that's a good group to be in. I'll just put it like that. Mid-State League Cardinal Division standings as of week 8. Harvest Prep is overall 7-1. They're 5-0 in the conference. Fisher Catholic is 4-4. They're 4-1 in the conference. Burn Union is 5-3. They're 3-2 in the conference. Burn Union just dropped a space. They was right behind Harvest Prep in that head-to-head matchup. Now they lost 2 straight games. They lost to Harvest Prep and they lost to Bishop Rosecrans. So Worthington Christian coming in 4th with 3-5 overall, 3-2 in the conference. Grove City Christian is 2-6 overall, 1-4 in the conference. Millersport is 1-7, 1-4 in the conference. Rosecrans is 7th, and Fairfield Christian is 0-8 and 0-5 in the conference. What happened to Fairfield Christian? That was one of the schools that we played last year to clinch the Mid-State League outright, and this team has not scored. Not scored. I haven't won a game this year. What happened to that program? It's like it just fell off the map for some reason. But anyway, I know they will bounce back. OSHAA football computer rankings. Number 1, Danville. Number 2, Lucas. And number 3 is Harvest Prep. Number 4 is Waterford. Number 5 is Gloucester. Number 6 is Danville's 1, Lucas is 2, Harvest Prep is 3, Waterford is 4, Trimble is 5, Miller is 6, and the rest, I'm not going to mention all the rest of them. I mean, we just need to worry about the top 5. So, but Harvest Prep is ranked 3rd in that computer ranking. So we'll see where the playoffs come, who they be matching up with, and hopefully they'll have to bring the A game. There's no time for flaw. The games that Savon Mitchell's having, those kind of catches, those kind of yards, the games that Moses Davis is having right now, the traditional Dan Bangura, the games he's having, that stout defense with Janai in the middle. You got Isaiah on the corners, Daquan, all those guys, man. I mean, Martin, all of them. They really, really, really got to bring the A game. I mean, there's no looking back. I mean, that right, like I said, regular season, you can actually be flawless. You get to the playoffs, one loss, and you're going to the house. Period. I mean, if you don't believe me, ask the Cleveland Indians. These guys was flawless. They got to the playoffs and couldn't win 3 straight games. And so where are they now? They back in Cleveland at the house. And this was going to happen to Harvest Prep if we don't come to play, which I know we are going to come to play. These guys have been there before. They know how to take care of their business. So, let me get off that. With that being said, here's your weekly announcements for Harvest Prep. October 17th, middle school football versus London. That game will be away. October 21st, varsity football versus Fisher Catholic. That game will be at Fisher Catholic. October 27th, varsity football, Fairfield Christian senior night. And then December the 2nd, varsity basketball is kicking off. The girls will be playing Wellington at Wellington. And December the 8th, girls basketball will be playing Fairfield Christian Academy at the Cave. And Fisher Catholic, your announcements. Tuesday, October 17th, Picture Retake Day at 7:30 a.m. in the Commons. Then on Wednesday, the 18th of October, Fisher Catholic Athletic Association meeting at 7 p.m. Saturday, October 21st, you guys, Fisher Catholic, you'll be hosting Harvest Prep at 7 p.m. And then your annual fund giving, Grounded in Faith, Growing to Serve. Your donation will help keep the Fisher Catholic legacy deeply rooted in our community. Your participation is greatly appreciated and is invaluable. Your donation is just one click away. There's a PayPal on the Fisher Catholic website. You can actually click on that and make your donation. Or you can email Julie Kilbarger, the annual fund giving director, at jkilbarg@cdeducation.org. Fairfield Christian, your announcements. Tuesday, October 17th, 3rd grade field trip starting on the 17th, 8:35 a.m. and it ends on the 17th at 2:30. So it'll be 8:35 to 2:30 on Tuesday. Elementary's K through 5 at Alley Park, 2805 Old Logan Road, Lancaster, Ohio. Wednesday, October 18th, Picture Makeup Day, starting at 1 o'clock p.m. to 2 o'clock. Secondary, 6 to 12th grade. Elementary, K through 5. You'll be in room 402. Thursday, October 19th, marching band field trip, starting at 12 noon, and you will be returning at 5:30 p.m. This is at Fairfield Christian Academy. Senior pumpkin sale, October the 19th, 2:45 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. This will be in door B foyer at the Fairfield Christian Academy. And Friday, October the 30th, K through 12 Blue Jean Day, starting, I think that's all day. The 20th, yes, on the 20th. Secondary, 6 through 12, you are participating as well. Elementary, senior yard sale, will be 8:45 a.m. to 5 p.m. In the main parking lot at Fairfield Christian Academy barn, at FCC barn at the Fairfield Christian Academy School. Okay, Burn Union, your announcements. Let me wrap this up. Wednesday, October 18th, high school and elementary picture retake day will be Wednesday. So you miss your pictures, get them retooken, and on the 18th, on Wednesday. Okay, guys, this Friday, Burn Union will be at Millersport, 7 p.m. Grove City Christian will be at Bishop Rosecrans at 7 p.m. On Saturday, Harvest Prep will be at Fisher Catholic, 7 p.m. And Worthington Christian will be at Fairfield Christian Saturday at 7 p.m. Hey, guys, it's a wrap. It's over. I went over my time. I went 4 minutes over, but it's all good. So, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank the Ohio High School Athletic Association for allowing me to bring insight on the Harvest Preparatory School and the Mid-State League. Thank the Ohio Prep Sports Writers Association And thank you guys for listening this day. And with that being said, guys, that's a wrap. My name is Willie Stimmons. You guys have a good week this week. We'll see you next week at the same time. And I'm out. Have a great week.